Welcome to Toffee TV. It's your comments from the Sunderland game. 2-0 victory on Saturday. Let's see what you've been saying on YouTube following the game, on my instant reaction, Baz's instant reaction, and the player ratings. Let's get straight into it. John Hill says, Ped, about time you got off Murray's. Murray's what? What am I on, Murray's? You're losing credibility. That happened a while ago. Credibility on this one, mate. Clean sheet, one opportunity in the game, which is not his fault. You're talking for the sake of it. I don't talk for the sake of it ever. No, fair enough, John. I take your point. I'm a little bit harsh on Murray, but that's because he does barbecues in the winter time, and that annoys me. He's also just not a very good defender. I'm sorry. Yes, maybe I do go over the top about him, but I used to go over the top about Tim Howard, and look how that ended. So I take your point, but I'm not asked. Aaron B says, Morgan Sliding was immense in my opinion, dictated the game and made so much space in midfield. 25 million or wherever we paid was an absolute steal based on today. Also, Davis passed from my seat, Lower Gladys section 2. He sliced the ball, which was intended for, I think, Luckman, but either way, looked brilliant on TV and led to the goal. Sunderland, yes, absolutely immense so far. He just basically is what the team is built around and going to be built around. It's going into the future, and it's absolute steal. An absolute steal has gone just settled straight into the team and how the team plays. As for Tom Davies's ball, it looked amazing, as does his hair. So I don't really, whether it's intentional or not, I don't really care. It looked brilliant at the time. Yeah, he probably got a little bit lucky, but it looked fantastic. Etienne Behen says, actually the weak link is Barkley. We need to keep clean sheets, but all you go on about is one close enough to Rom. So Barkley, as the attack midfielder, is the weak link. Don't take this personally. Joe, who does the comments, context, mate, context. This was like a follow-up question. No, Ross Barkley isn't the weak link. You're talking absolute nonsense there. This is referring against to Funes Mori. Again, I said Funes Mori is the weak link in our side, and he is. He'll be the first to be replaced. I'm 100% sure of that. Ross Barkley won't be getting replaced, so get that out your head. Ross is definitely not the weak link, 100%. So yeah, don't take it personally. Carlite says, another good result. Perhaps we should have scored another, but keeps the run going. I too would like to see 3 at the back against Spurs next week. Maybe Davis slightly more advanced and Valencia replacing Barkley to partner Lukaku up front. Need to give Spurs plenty to think about when we attack. Come on, you Blues. Well, I actually think this will be a game where we will play one and a split striker, but I doubt it'll be Valencia. We need to keep the ball against Spurs. Yes, we should have scored more against Sunderland. I thought we were poor second half, to be fair. But we got the 3 points. Bit shaky, obviously, when Defoe hit the crossbar, but we got it done. And yes, 3 at the back is always the answer. Pom Bear says, can't fathom why Mourinho didn't fancy Sunderland. Maybe we're getting carried away as it's early days, but he was doing this regularly for Southampton. Good ratings, only disagree with Valencia. Where's 20 minutes of football I've ever seen from a pro? 7 out of 10. No, it's not. You clearly didn't see the ass come on against Hull. You couldn't have seen the ass come on against Hull if you think this was the worst 20 minutes. Listen, Snyderland's not Paul Pogba. He's not a walking Adidas advert. This is why he doesn't play for Man United. Paul Pogba literally is like Garth in Wayne's World when he puts all the... Maybe that's quite an old reference, yeah. Kids are looking at me in the studio like I'm mental. Mourinho just didn't fancy him because Pogba was his man. It happens in football. Managers want their own players, and Pogba is the most expensive player in the world, and that's basically why Sunderland is at us now. Gerard Day says, if we hadn't dropped stupid points in November and in December, we could be in a Europa League spot. Yeah, but you can say that about every single team, can't you? You can say that about everyone. You are where you are because of what happens. If we hadn't have dropped those stupid points in November, maybe then we wouldn't have got rid of all that dead weight. That was the catalyst for Koeman to say, all these players are shite, I'm getting rid of them, and I'm going to get my own players in. So maybe it wasn't a bad thing after all. Roger Armstrong says, maybe early days in his EFC career, but I think Sunderland captain, proper general, ideal leader. Yeah, I think that'll be a decision at the end of the season. Obviously, Phil Jagielka, I don't think he'll be at the club next season. I can imagine that the manager will want his own captain, whether that'll be someone like Snyderland, Ashley Williams maybe. who knows, maybe Leighton Baines will carry it on, but Sneijderlin maybe Koeman will want to refresh it and get one of his own men as captain, so definitely could be Sneijderlin. Jem May says Sneijderlin is boss. That little dink over and across 3 players from a central position as they were running into the box from the right. That pass took 2 Sunderland players out of the game, and a quick cross from Coleman would surely have put someone in on goal. That didn't happen. Don't know where Lukaku was. Anyway, absolute class. Going to be great watching him, Garner and Davis onwards and hopefully upwards before the season over. Yeah, I mean, we've got an embarrassment of riches in midfield. We may actually have the best set of midfielders in the Premier League now, which is mad, because if you go back a few months, we were all crying that all we had was Barry and McCarthy and Ross. So it's flipped around amazingly, and it's up to the manager now to decide which is going to be his best 3 or best 4 going forward. But that's a great position to be in. James Dunlop says, nice to see Bradley Lowry at Goodison again. Hope he enjoyed the match. What a brave young man he is. Yeah, fantastic again. A little bit more low key this time, obviously with the news last week about him, but it was great that he was there, and I've seen a lovely picture of him today eating loads of donuts courtesy of Krispy Kreme. So that's, just keep giving him loads of donuts, that'll do it. Yeah, great to see him again, and hopefully we'll see him again at Goodison Park. Samuel Jacobs says that goal by Garner was superb, and then Lukaku's run and subsequent goal was also great. 3 points and pressure on Man U and Liverpool now, 4 and to a lesser degree Arsenal and Spurs, but good game, keep up boys, played well. Yeah, I mean that was another big thing. West Brom won and Man United weren't playing, so it was dead important that we got the 3 points. But what a goal that first goal was. Absolutely unbelievable. The pass from Tom, whether he meant it or not, the ball from Seamus, and nice to see more than one player in the box. I think we had Rom, we had Ross, and we had Garner coming in late to obviously finish off. And what a finish. Think back to the miss at Leicester for 5 yards out. What a finish this was. He was brilliant this week, Garner. He was back to his best. What a player. Paul Robinson, I've never get bored of watching Sneijderlin ghosting around the midfield, nicking the ball and finding a pass. Class player, man of the match. Ross was great but faded. I'm enjoying watching him play with less pressure on him, which allows a little measured arrogance to come out. He's a great player, but when the weight of expectation off, thanks largely to the emergence of the Ketwick Kaiser. Robles, another clean sheet, I think that is, and largely faultless performance in goal. Yeah, Ross has been brilliant the last 6 weeks to 2 months. He's just played his own game, and what was great about him on Saturday was he was patient in possession. He picked the pass. There was a lovely little pass in the second half to Kevin Morales, got Kevin Morales in. He had 3 or 4 options, but he didn't rush it. He just took his time, and I thought he was great. And as you said, he doesn't have to be the most influential player on the pitch now. He can just get on with his job. Ashley Bollard said, there isn't a player I want to succeed more than Joel at Everton, because he gets what it's all about and he loves the club. Yeah, we've had this discussion a couple of weeks ago on the Tuesday topic about Joel. We think he can do it. It's just about him getting better and better. He's quite assured in goal, comes out and catches everything now. If he has saves to make, he makes them. There's no fuss, there's no worries, there's no nerves. The back 4 trust him, and that's the main thing. Right, that's your comments last week. It's a little bit of a small comments. Joe, sort it out, Joe. It's not good enough. I expect better. What's this? Get it sorted now. Thank you for all your comments. Keep them all coming. Thanks for watching Toffee TV. We'll see you later.